Now, hello everybody, my name is Christian and welcome back to Skycast, and today we are going to be discussing areas of severe weather or kind of a weather pattern that is beginning to set up across the United States, Central Plains and portions of the Ohio and Mississippi Valley, even on into portions of the eastern United States could see areas of severe weather and even some snow. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, as we get into portions of tomorrow, you can see right here that models do predict a bit of a trough to begin to form. This is going to form over portions of Oklahoma and Kansas, and as this continues to progress east, I think that we would see the greatest chance of thunderstorms within this area that I've circled towards portions of Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois. As of right now, the National Weather Service has only highlighted a general thunderstorm risk with this, which kind of correlates with this, but I do think that the possibility of that getting upgraded to a marginal is there if some of these storms can remain stronger. Not going to be too big of a huge outbreak, but definitely possible to see some stronger storms with that. And as this trough continues to progress east, and it weakens down, I do think that progression for thunderstorms will persist across portions of the Ohio Valley, and I don't know why it keeps doing this. Once again, you can see that trough kind of weakening, and I do think that portions of the Ohio Valley will have the possibility to see scattered thunderstorms with this as well. It's not going to be anything too crazy like I just said, but some stronger storms would be capable of some gusty, possibly even damaging winds, and perhaps a brief isolated tornado, which that doesn't look too likely. Now, as we are looking at the precipitation type, you can see a low begins to form over portions of the panhandle of Oklahoma, and that low is going to help spark some storms. And like I circled a minute ago, that greatest chance for those stronger storms, those yellow and those oranges popping up, is going to be through Arkansas and Missouri. Like I said, does not look anything too intense, but it is still there for those stronger side. And some snow and some mixed precipitation, icy conditions does look possible from the northern side of this. And as this continues eastward, once again, rainy afternoon towards portions of Sunday. Doesn't look like anything too wild. Once again, it's really does those light greens and those yellows. But eventually, as that trough weakens out, this whole thing just shrivels up and it dies out. And that will leave some snowy precipitation possible towards some portions of the northeast. But really, it's not going to be anything too crazy with this. But as we get into portions of Monday, that's where things start to pick up a little bit. And we could see that being a actual severe weather day. Now, as we kind of play these runs back, you can see a larger trough. If we kind of back it up, this was a smaller trough, not really associated with the greatest threat for severe weather, but as we continue to move through, you can see we have another trough right here, a pretty negatively tilted trough, and that continues to set up across portions of the central United States, and I do think that greatest chance for that severe storms area is going to be highlighted within the circled region, give or take a few places, but this trough is going to continue on to the east. You can see that yellow begins popping up as that strengthens, and I think that this will be the greatest potential for those severe storms. Once again, Ohio Valley on Monday, possibly even back towards a bit of the Central Plains, but tornadoes, strong tornadoes, not as likely. But a few tornadoes possible with this, and those damaging wind gusts, definitely with those stronger storms that can be associated with this. Now, if we are looking at the precipitation type, once again, you can see those storms begin to fire off towards portions of the Missouri area and into the Ohio Valley, and you can already see some of those oranges popping up. The reason I say that the tornado potential with this is not going to be as great is because this ends up being more of a squall line of storms, and once again, I still don't know why it keeps doing that, but it ends up being more of a squall line of storms, stretching all the way up to Ohio and down into portions of the Oklahoma region. With anything that can spawn ahead of the line could be a discrete threat, and that end up being that tornado potential there. It's really just something that we are going to have to watch and see, though. But as this trough moves eastward, those storms will eventually weaken out and die off, and then we're left with a high pressure ridge over Kentucky, which will help remove those clouds out of there, and we'll have a sunny day towards the 17th on Tuesday. Now, as we continue this eastward a little bit, and ignore my Wi-Fi and the blacked out screen, but it continues to predict another trough, which I have noticed move through portions of the east coast, and it doesn't look anything too crazy until you can see as it progresses towards portions of Alabama and Florida and Georgia. I do think that we could see a little bit of a severe weather potential pop up through this area, but it's really going to form more off the coast. So not really too anything of a crazy threat with there, but this does a very strong trough. We'll just have to continue to see. This is a week out. This could change. So definitely something I just wanted to point out, but not anything to be alarmed about just yet. So besides that, that's all I have for you guys today. If anything does end up being a bigger weather threat, which I really don't think it's going to be, we will definitely have the ability to be live. I'm getting a new desk, so it should extend a bit further out, have a lot more room to do things and things of that nature. So we'll definitely be eyeballing this and seeing if we do need to go live. Besides that, thank you guys so much for tuning in and choosing Skycast as your go-to weather. My name is Christian. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one.